We got the wheels off here. Discovered we didn't have A-arms actually. We had a seesaw. Alright, so we're finally getting back to the buggy build here. Colton's getting ready to pull the buggy out with his four-wheeler here. Got it all tied up here. We're gonna chain it up and we'll tug her into the shop. Alright guys, we finally got the buggy back in the shop. A few things we're going to work on here over Christmas break to hopefully get this thing actually moving well. We're going to redo the steering like we talked about in our last video, move the steering rack up front as well as switch out the knuckles so that way it corrects our steering. We're going to change the angle of our suspension here in the front as well as in the back so there's less angle, so it's a more vertical travel for the shop, which will give us more recoil and press the wheel down as we go, so that way we can get rid of this dumb stiff suspension here. What you working on here, Colton?
Working on the chain tensioner. We're just taking the old stuff out and then we're going to try a different idea. Charlie Jones, he actually gave us this idea. He commented on the last video and he said we should put a jack shaft across the top here and we'll just have a sprocket, something going like that with a jack shaft going across here, and we'll put two pillow blocks there, and that should be a lot sturdier than what we had before. Should work out a little better in the long run.
Alright, so we moved from the back to the front here. We got the front shocks off, and now we're working on switching the knuckles here. This knuckle belongs on the other side, and that knuckle over there belongs on this side. Except we're having a little bit of rust issues and had to put some lube in the joint there, working it in. The suspension will travel once again. Alright, so we got the wheels off here. Discovered we didn't have A-arms actually. We had a seesaw. Sorry for the awful noise, but we just thought we'd
let you know.
Yeah, include it. Alright, so we got the hubs switched around here. Colton's just attaching this one here on this side. How's it going, Colton?
Oh, just fantastic.
Good to hear, good to hear. The bolt on that one, I already got my side done. We're just waiting on Colton.
So this is where we're going to stop for the night. Tomorrow we're going to make a trip into town and get some parts that we need. And so for the chain tensioner back here, I'm going to have to trim some of this case off. We're not using any of this piece right here, but this chain needs to go straight down. So I just got to trim some of that off, and then the chain should clear just fine. And then get our supplies for the chain tensioner, and that should be set back here except for the suspension that we'll have to do a little bit of work to. And then for the front here, our plan is we're just gonna take this piece right out. We'll cut these off and then redo our steering, just move that forward, and then we'll have to redesign our suspension, our shock towers here. We'll probably have pretty much the same design, two pieces going up here, and then we'll put a bar across like that, just so it gets our suspension more straight up and down. And then that will push our steering wheel forward probably about 6 inches. And if we have to, I think it'll be fine, but if we have to, we can always move the seat forward a little bit if the steering wheel is too far away. But that's where we're gonna end it for tonight, and I think we're gonna have another video out tomorrow.